get to that shit.
April
We're live.
6th. Take 37.
Yeah, George and I are all fucking up today. But you know what? That's because we want to give you guys a more complete and funny show.
Yeah.
Anyway, Duke is the national champion.
And they beat their little brother, Butler, without the All-Americans.
Because basically Butler is Duke without the All-Americans. Did I just repeat what you said?
Yeah, all in all, it was an exciting game. What, 2-point victory?
2-point victory, came down to the final seconds, literally, when the guy for Butler threw it up from half court and it just missed going in. Which
if that would have gone in, I'd still be dancing.
I would have too, because you and I, as being a Maryland fan, as you guys can see, and him being a Carolina fan, we did not want to see the Duke Blue Devils win. But
stinky bastard.
Hats off to Coach K, 4th national championship under his reign.
Out of 8 appearances. That's not bad. 50%.
Man, yeah. He's going up against some nasty folks in
Now, the women who are nasty are UConn. UConn's going for their 900th win in a row.
Somewhere like 800, 900. Anyway, they're going for 2 national championships back-to-back.
Playing Stanford tonight for the national title.
They basically run the table of the 6 times any lady female team has run the table and gone to the national championship. Connecticut teams have been 4 of those teams.
That's sick.
They are just nasty. The last loss, you said, did come to Stanford?
3 years ago.
3 years ago? So we're going to see what happens tonight.
I did watch them play Baylor. Baylor got it within 3 and ended up losing by 20. There's a famous NFL clip of Lawrence Taylor walking up down the side. We're going to attack them like a pack of wild and crazy dogs. That's how the UConn women play basketball, from open to close.
Yeah,
they are
just hard. They're like intense. Crazy amount of tenacity and intensity. So Stanford, be prepared. Talking about fighting, intensity, tenacity.
UFC 112.
Yes.
In UAE, United Arab Emirates. For you folks who don't know, that's all the way over by Saudi Arabia. So.
I mean, they've got some incredible architecture out there. I mean,
gorgeous.
George has been, instead of focusing on the show, he gets caught up in this shit. Like, he looks at pictures and shit. But I'm going to tell you what, where they're having this event, it looks like a giant starfish.
Yeah,
man.
it's the Ferrari theme park type building they've built out there. You'll see. We'll have a picture right
in the fuck
there.
I know you've been trying to school me on the Ferrari thing. It looks like a starfish.
I understand it looks like a Ferrari, but supposedly the building was shaped after one of the Ferrari cars. Don't ask. I don't care. It's gorgeous.
This shit was called the Ferrari starfish.
But now, on to the fight card.
Yes.
First fight of the night.
Matt Hughes versus Renzo Gracie. Yes, I said that shit right. Give me mad props. I didn't say Renzo. I said Henzo.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say Renzo all day long. So.
Yeah, I had to straighten George out, man, because we know the keyboard Cowboys have just been droking it under the table.
Droking?
Stroking. I don't know what droking means. Tiger Woods taught me that one. But anyway.
By the way, I'm taking Tiger Woods over the field.
Anyway. What do you think?
I think Matt Hughes is going to win this hands down. I watched Renzo Gracie fight Frank Shamrock. I was not impressed. Renzo got the win because Frank illegally hit him in the head. Giant of a JJ quit. I'm going with Hughes. Hughes is going to muscle him around, pound on him. I say ground and pound. At latest, it goes as mid-second round.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think when you hear the Gracie name, there's a tremendous amount of respect. There's a tremendous amount of family history with how good their fighters are. And then when you put
Renzo in front of Gracie, you go, oh, that guy.
Yeah, I think when it comes to what his record shows, this is his UFC debut. I've got to go with Hughes. I agree with you, and I'm fucking done with that. And we're going to move on to BJ Penn versus Frankie Edgar. Now I'm going to tell you what right now, okay?
No.
Go ahead.
Frankie is not a nickname. Like, seriously, no BS. His real God birth-given name is Frankie. Now, when I saw that, and I didn't even assume, I did assume. I assumed he was from Jersey. So Kevin, being the research guy, found out the man is really from Jersey.
He is really from Jersey, and he did collections for The Sopranos.
I mean, why would
Frankie,
you name...
if I ever run into you, don't fuck me up. Break my knuckles.
Anyway, this is for the 155 belt. This is for the 155 belt.
It's for the 155 belt. With all that being said, you're not going to get it.
No, BJ Penn, you can't beat BJ Penn at 155. His stand-up, his takedown, he's just a phenomenal fighter. And GSP, watch this fight because you're going to see how to finish a fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to finish a fight. I mean, you really got to look at, BJ Penn has had some losses, but it's always been at welterweight. He even fought Lyoto Machida. Yeah. He fights guys way heavier than him. But when he's at 155, man, he is unstoppable. I mean, you look at the last 2 people he beat, Kenny Florian, and who was the other good? Diego Sanchez. 2 of the top lightweights. He went through both of them in his last 2 fights. So that moves us on to the main event.
Speaking of another fighter who's just seriously going right through everybody they put in front of him, Anderson Silva versus Demian Maia.
Yeah. Anderson Silva has one thing to worry about. Is his elbow completely fixed or not bothering him, or did he have proper amount of time to train for this fight? Anderson Silva is just like up here compared to the middleweights, and all the other middleweights are down there. Well, I think Anderson Silva's up here compared to light heavyweights.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, I honestly don't know. I mean, seriously, I think the one person who could give Anderson Silva a run for his money would be Gegard Mousasi. But that fight will probably never happen. I'd like to see what King Mo Law would do with him. That fight will never happen. Lyoto Machida, supposedly that fight will never happen. But let's talk money, and we'll see if that fight will never happen.
Right.
I just don't think there's anybody at 185 who's going to give Anderson a run for his money.
And I definitely don't think it's Demian Maia. Not that Demian Maia is a good fight because he's only had one loss in his MMA career. But that one loss came at the hands of Nate Marquardt, who knocked him out in the first round. And Nate Marquardt's hands are nothing like Anderson Silva's.
No, and Anderson Silva could punch a gnat in the eye.
He can. He did punch a gnat in the eye one time. That gnat was pissed off as shit, man, flying around like this and shit. Bitch ass man. But yeah.
That wraps up UFC 112.
Right.
Now,
swagmedia.com.
Yes.
Some good friends of ours.
It's giving us an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yes.
We, Kevin and myself, will be in LA on April 17th.
Yep.
To see TFA.
Total Fighting Alliance. Kind of like feeder programs for the UFC.
Yeah, it's their 17th show, so this isn't, the first show. This isn't some, let's meet behind the Burger King and I'll bust your ass for a Whopper.
Yeah, and they're sanctioned by the California Athletic Commission and everything.
So for you folks who can't make it out to the Hangar
Exchange.
Yeah, the Hangar Exchange to see the fight in LA, you should go to swagmedia.com, sign up for an account.
It's free.
Yes, that's the best part.
Yeah, it's free. Costs you absolutely nothing.
And on April 17th, you'll get to watch Kevin and myself give you the color commentary on the fight online.
Streaming live on the internet. We will be out there. George and I will be gone from the 16th to the 18th, man.
Yeah, so don't ask for a show or want to know where it's at because we'll be online doing big things.
Sign up at swagmedia.com. Get your account. It's free. Actually, a very cool site.
Yeah. Now, there's it's slated to be 7 fights, and 13 fighters are making their debut. So this will be fun. It should be. And
what makes it fun, man, is that when you see these guys that are just starting out, man, you see guys that are hungry, man. And that's the thing. That is a big thing in fighting. I mean, you can see a veteran, but it's being hungry that makes these fighters good, that makes the fights exciting and everything. And George and I are going to get a eye full of that shit. It's going to be fucking nasty.
Now, since we're still talking about fighting, how did you? What did you think of the Roy Jones Jr. Bernard Hopkins fight?
How about if I ask you a question? Why you want to put me on the spot, man?
Because I didn't watch it. You didn't watch it. Who watched it? Seriously, who sat down and paid for that? And if they didn't pay for it, who actually has Showtime or HBO or wherever God Green channel that was on to watch it? Because from what I read and what I heard, it was a horrible fight.
Who won?
Bernard Hopkins.
Oh, yeah? He got his revenge, huh? That's great.
18 years later.
Just speaking about revenge, man, how about what kind of revenge is your boy Donovan McNabb?
We're not even going to touch on
that. No, we're going to talk
about the NBA real quick.
No.
That's going to end the show. That's going to end the show.
It's going to end the show?
Yeah, that's going to end the show. Because let me tell you right now, in about 3 minutes, you're going to watch somebody's head pop clean off their effing shoulders. It's not even going to be fun. Anyway, we're going to, for you folks out there who want us to talk about the NBA, we're going to run down the power rankings real quick.
Right. Now, and why George and I haven't touched a lot on the NBA right now, because it's constantly changing, especially in the West, man. I mean, it's the 2nd to 7th seed are changing every day. And it's just, until the playoffs are set, that's when we're really going to focus on the NBA and stuff like that. Because, to be honest, that's when the general public starts to focus on, middle of April, May, during the playoffs, seeing that they run almost 2 months. Meanwhile, at the top of the NBA, you got to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, they have clinched already in the East, home court advantage throughout the playoffs. They look strong. With the addition of Shaquille O'Neal and Mo Williams being healthy now, they look like they could pretty much run the table.
And the strange thing that happens in the NBA is I trade you a player who never even shows up or takes a physical, chills for a couple weeks, gets paid, and then comes back to the team. Zydrunas Ilgauskas just did that. Came back to Cleveland.
Yeah. So now they have depth,
Depth. They got depth. As Cat Williams would say. Depth.
Yep.
This shit right here. This shit right here.
So they are definitely deep in the front court now.
Yeah. Number 2, Lakers? No, it's the Magic.
Orlando Magic, by the rankings that we're looking at. And they vary. Everybody else, has different opinions. But I got to agree with this. The Orlando Magic has been looking good.
They're 15-3 in their last 18 games.
Right.
So
15-3. They're playing good going into the playoffs.
And then?
The Lakers. Now, everybody out there knows I'm a diehard Laker fan. I'm not worried about the Lakers because they've struggled lately, and obviously Andrew Bynum is out, and maybe they'll be able to pull it together. But the problem is the Lakers have struggled on the road as of late, and that can be a big problem because if they did make it to the finals, hypothetically, and they face the Cavaliers, they would not have the home court advantage, and that could pose problems. Not to also bring up the fact that they've been struggling against the playoff teams seeded in the West and the playoff teams seeded in the East. So their record hasn't been too strong against those teams.
Now your next 3 teams are all located in the West, and yes, we're skipping ahead because we're not going to talk about all of them. You got the Suns at 4, the Jazz at 5, Utah, and the Spurs at 6.
The most impressive team of all those things, 2 weeks ago was the Dallas Mavericks with their trade. They came on strong. Now it's the Phoenix Suns, obviously, who basically rattled off 10 wins straight before just suffering a loss the other night. But they look strong as shit. Amari Stoudemire is on fire. It's just like he's pissed off. He's trying to tell everybody, hey, you know what? You should have came and got me.
Right.
So they look nasty as of late. Where it'll end up, basically 5 more games left in the season. We don't know how the West will end up. I think the East is a little bit more set, but it's still to be determined. Now.
Okay. Donovan McNabb got put up on the block, and he was being put up as trade bait. People out on the internet said, "Don't send him to Oakland. He deserves more than that." You still feel that way?
Yeah.
Do you? Because I'm going to tell you right now, that's the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my life. Obviously, I understand the Eagles at this point. You've realized you can no longer win with Donovan McNabb. That's fine. But why would you trade him to a team in your conference? Now you have to see him twice.
Yeah.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Why? Is that your favorite preposition, Shorty?
Why?
I don't know, but I'm happy about it. Sure, give me a high five.
Fuck you.
The motherfucker left me hanging. Donovan McNabb is the Washington Redskins, and you guys can say what you want to and try to hate on my ass right now, but you know what? That is a good trade for the Washington Redskins, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Jason Campbell, more than likely,
it's going to be a Buffalo Bill.
He's going to be a Buffalo Bill. I truly think that he will end up in Buffalo.
You'll get a second-round pick.
We'll get a second-round pick, so it'll be an even wash. And if we can get rid of Fat Albert, then we're looking at...
Oh, and like I told Kevin, guess who tried to trade Albert Haynesworth to the Eagles? The Redskins.
The Redskins. They tried to do a flat-up trade, McNabb for Haynesworth, and the Eagles were like, pump the brakes, Shorty.
He just got $21 million at the start of this month.
For eating hamburgers and chicken.
He's rotten, dude. I don't care what anyone says. His attitude is horrible.
Right.
He's going to be a problem. I would not be surprised. Here's my opinion. You're going to have 2 players on your team by week 8 that are either going to be gone or Keyshawn.
I know you're going to say one is Larry Johnson.
Yeah, I do.
I'm just in agreement.
Okay, we'll see.
And the other one agreeing.
Yeah, and the other one's Albert Haynesworth. I don't see either one of those cats.
Larry Johnson is going to be cool because he's back at home. He's a Dunbar boy. He's a local guy from this area. I think he might chill out. He's got an opportunity to have a second chance. He's going to have a lot of people. If he sits there and wants to be an asshole and act like a fucking clown, then you know what? He just won't play, and he'll be gone next year because he's got 2 boys. He's got Willie.
He'll be gone by week 8.
Yeah, because he's got Willie Parker and Clinton Portis in that backfield. So we'll see.
And here's what I like. You signed this gigantic free agent of a defensive lineman who I don't even think he played one complete game. He seemed to always have plays. Oh, my back, my toe, my beat,
I want to sue for 100.
And now he's like, if you play a 3-4, I don't know how to play football. I got 42 million reasons for you to figure out real fucking quick how to play football.
And study a playbook.
I mean, come on,
That's all these prima donna crybaby motherfuckers. Give me $42 million. You guys will be like, damn, Kevin, what a smart motherfucker, Shorty. He knows every play from every team in the NFL.
Now here's the other debate that Kevin and I me personally, I don't think Kevin Kolb is the answer, but I guess we're about to find out sooner than later, being an Eagles fan. Mm-hmm. And we've gotten Young, Westbrook, Dawkins, Donovan McNabb, John Runyon. I mean, we've unloaded like
look at all your young players. I mean, you got Kolb is young, Deshaun Jackson, McCoy,
Jeremy Maclin.
I mean, you got all these guys are like under 25, 26 years old.
Brent Selleck is the oldest guy. He's 25. So, I mean, we have a young team, but we still have a problem at linebacker.
Yeah. You guys can get somebody.
Got rid of Sheldon Brown. Traded him and a linebacker away for 2 more draft picks. We have a ton of draft picks. You guys have, 11?
Yeah, we got 11.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Now let's see what you do with them. Me, if I'm a Redskin fan, I want my team to trade out of the 4 spot. That's just me. I think if you trade down to 8 and pick up a 2nd and a 3rd along with the 8th, you do a lot more justice for your team than... Because at 4, you're either going to take the safety from Tennessee or you're going to take a tackle.
At 4, I think you got to go with the offensive tackle from...
What if Ndamukong Suh's there? What if McCoy from Oklahoma is there?
The bottom line is that's going to depend if Haynesworth is there or not there. You know what I mean? Well, if Haynesworth is gone, they're going to go for Suh. They're going to go with McCoy. But if Haynesworth is there, then they're going to have to go with the boy from Oklahoma State.
But what if you know Haynesworth ain't going to do shit?
Oh, he'll do shit.
No, he won't. I'm telling you, they're going to quiche on him. He's going to be put on like conduct detrimental to the team, and he won't play. He's going to get paid to sit at home.
Then he's going to be
He's going to be fat and happy. Yeah. He's got 42 million reasons to show you that he doesn't need to play.
Yeah.
He just got 21 million this month.
Yeah.
He's guys like that who have been blessed with a physique. Not physique in the sense of abs and shit, but just that big of a man, and to sit there and go, nah,
I don't feel like
it's
playing.
disgusting.
Yeah.
But
it's common in the NFL and the NBA and all these, these leagues now. People you've got these prima donnas, these athletes that just expect everything is. They feel a sense of entitlement and feel like everything's based around.
You're entitled to go work. That's why these contracts should be incentive based.
Right.
If you don't perform, you don't get paid. And they need to fix these rookie contracts real quick.
Yeah. Now this will probably happen within the next couple of years.
So is Tebow going to be a Redskin?
No.
Don't think so.
We're out.
Not even a late pick?
No.